electricity.
Okay. Like the guitar box and...
No, synthesizers primarily would be just about totally dependent upon electricity. Now, if we get students who have electric guitar and electric bass, we have classes for them also. But primarily we're looking at the acoustic instruments, bass, violin.
Right.
And see, this is a summer program which is for the music department. It isn't limited to the jazz program.
Oh, okay, it's the whole department.
Right, so that means that there'll be string players, violin, viola, cello, and trumpets, trombones, clarinets, saxophones,
Right. I heard, I was over at a place where they played jazz music, and a guy had a violin. I thought that was different as far as jazz is concerned.
Well, what you have to understand about jazz is that it has nothing to do with the instrument.
Okay.
It's who's playing it. And what the experience is in terms of how it's going to be played. There are some instruments that are categorically associated with certain kinds of music, say like a steel guitar, which is mostly associated with country and western. And violins, which is also associated with the European Symphony Orchestra, string quartets, and some country and western music.
Okay.
And also, Zydeco. So you can play the music on any instrument.
As long as it sounds jazz.
As long as you have a working understanding of the language of the music.
Okay. All right. What is jazz? I mean, what does it mean?
Well, it depends on how you're using it. If it's used to describe a music, historically, it is a music which has come down through the ages, developed by black musicians in America, and has evolved from a folk music through a series of musicians, starting as far back as we can go. And the first real great jazz improviser was Louis Armstrong. There were other people who were jazz improvisers before him, but he was really the first that was of the genius caliber.
Right. And he started out in the Tremé area around there a long time ago. Right. That's why New Orleans really is the base of jazz. I think Chicago, tried to claim it or something.
Well,
as far as being the birth of jazz music.
Not really. Chicago had what they call Chicago style jazz. And Louis Armstrong went to Chicago in 1922 to join Joe Oliver's band. That was the band that he played with when Joe Oliver was still in the city of New Orleans. And Chicago was also a benchmark for a lot of blacks. The migrations that took a lot of black people straight up through Mississippi to Chicago.
Okay.
And the early blues singers, like Bessie Smith and Ma Rainey, and they would all go through Chicago to sing because there were a lot of the people there. And they would support the music that they were used to from the Delta.
Okay. All right.
And the jazz musicians evolved out of that whole blues tradition.
So it still came from here, basically?
Well, it didn't just come from here. It's just that what came from here had such a unique quality about it.
And it's still unique from New Orleans.
It is. New Orleans is a very unique city.
Right.
It's a lot more Caribbean than it is French and Spanish.
Right. Okay. Well, we're running out of time, and I want to thank you again for coming over, and hopefully you can come again.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Mr. Ellis Marsalis.
Wake up all the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say.
The power of teaching.
World won't get no better if we're just
the power to wake up young minds. The power to wake up the world. Teachers have that power. Reach for the power. Teach. I'm Edward James Olmos, and we're recruiting new teachers. Call 1-800-45-TEACH.
From the McGruff Files, the Philadelphia story. In certain parts of Philadelphia, things were rough. Areas were run down, crime and drugs were out of hand, and honest folks felt like prisoners in their own homes. People decided to work with police to turn things around. Weekly meetings led to cleanup projects and folks working together. Soon the neighbors had their neighborhood back. That's what happens when people and police work together. Write this down and I'll show you how you can help take a bite out of crime.
Stiletto, outlawed in most major cities. The trench knife. It boasts a 7-inch solid steel blade. The survival knife, designed to cut through virtually anything. Yet the most dangerous knife of all may be the one we use to eat too much high-fat food, the ordinary table knife. For a free booklet on how to help reduce your risk of cancer and heart disease through low-fat eating, call 1-800-EAT-LEAN.
I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed days, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
If you're not recycling, you're throwing it all away.
It's about that time we have to wrap up the show again. Aww. But before we go, I want you to show you our television shirt entitled Positive Black Talk, as the show is. And it's a very interesting shirt because it's unique. And what it does, it has every black university or every African-American university, not everyone, but a lot of them. Okay, it has Dillard and Xavier and FAMU and Morehouse and Spelman, and it's a pretty nice shirt. And on the back of it, it says, "The blacker the college, the sweeter the knowledge." Has a pretty nice ring to it, doesn't it? So if you're interested in purchasing one of these shirts, you can just call the number. Always just look on the screen for the address. You can call us or write us and just say, "Hey, I want that shirt," and we'll try to get it to you some kind of way. So I want to thank you again for joining us for our program, and come back next week. We'll be right here, same time, same place, on Positive Black Talk. See you. Hello, New Orleans. My name is Earl Mackey. Welcome to a deaf episode of Positive Black Talk. Here with us today is the deaf generation, the children of the Neville family. And they're going to tell us all about the things that they've done and the things that they're going to do. So stay tuned, as we'll be right back with the deaf generation.
It's time to be a new individual, see, and understand the meaning of L-I-F-E. It's not just what you do or what you sell. Can't you realize you're heading straight for hell? Why walk the same trail?
There were people who needed someone to give. You took the time, you found a way, you were there. For all you gave through United Way, for letting your love shine through. We want to say thanks, thank you to people like you.
No matter what you're running from, there's someone to run to. Covenant House. No matter what your problem is, we're here to listen. Wherever you are, we can get you help. So call us now on the 9 line. It's free. 1-800 and keep dialing 9.
Hi. Welcome back to our program. We're sitting here with the Deaf Generation. First of all, I want you to just tell us your name. Tell us who you are. Beginning with Aaron.
Neville Jr.
Aaron Neville Jr. And you are?
Paula French.
Paula French. Ferran, okay. All right.
Emmanuel Stein.
Emmanuel Stein.
Richard LeBret. Damien Neville.
Damien Neville. The Deaf Generation. Elaborate on that deaf. I mean, is this like a hearing impaired group or what?
Well, the word deaf means beyond normal.
Okay.
That this is what we're going by, cold, skillful.
Okay. So deaf is like a slang name, like what's happening, all that. Okay. So what kind of music you play?
Well, it's a combination of reggae, New Orleans traditional music, combined with the hip hop music, rap music.
Second line.
Okay. So y'all give us a variety. I've never really met a group that did rap and sung and do the second line and all those things.
Well, actually, we're trying to take New Orleans music to a different level.
Okay.
We don't want to be classified as a particular particular style.
It's a rap group.
So you guys don't consider yourself as rappers?
No,
a rap group? No?
Not as a rap group.
Okay.
We are rappers, but mostly message bringers.
So what's the difference between your group and an ordinary rap group?
Well, first of all, we're not downing our females. We're not promoting drug usage or violence, or gang banging. All our messages are on the positive aspect of the youth of the black male. We want to change that image totally. Every time you look at the media or whatnot, you see a young brother either handcuffed, about to go up for drugs, or in a pool of blood. You know what I'm saying? We want to tell the press to look at the positive things that the young black males are doing. Right. We are trying to do a lot of positive things. Just the other day, we performed at Gratz High School, and it was their career day, and we did a great job with that, talking to the students and whatnot.
Okay. So give me some titles of some songs. You say that you have messages that's positive. Give me some, maybe.
Gary Tyler. You need medicine. Drugs. Don't do it.
Okay.
A New Arrival.
A New Arrival. Okay.
Tell me. Brainwash education.
Brainwash education. Let's talk about that. Brainwash education. What is that?
Well, basically, Cyril Neville Jr. wrote the song. My cousins and I put the music to it. Okay. But the idea of it is you go to school in a public school system for 12, 13 years, and you don't learn anything about your heritage. We learning all the European information. We learning about everything they have accomplished. But black men are the builders of the United States, and we don't learn these type of things in school. So it's a brainwash type thing, and they're making us feel inferior to the world, to those people. You know what I'm saying? And actually, we are the ones who creating a whole lot of things that are beneficial to everybody in the world today.
So there's no African American subject, or no subject that we can learn about our own culture.
in Black History Month. Oh wow, come on, we go to school for a whole year. We supposed to learn something about Black history every day of our lives. 1 month.
They just have 1 month.
It used to be a week. Well, at least they changed it to a month. I guess they say, well, let's satisfy them again. Let's satisfy them. But we want it to be every day in the school system.
So you think that your parents being in the business, they've influenced you to do what you're doing?
No,
not really.
Not really.
No?
It's like, I always looked up to him. I always could play, but I never, tried to, go play with nobody. He tried to encourage me, but I never listened,
When we got together, we did it on our own. We always had it in us. It's like that, yeah.
Okay, so this is your talent that you're putting on your own.
Right. We doing this.
I mean, being exposed to music all of our lives, it's been inspirational. But in this line of business, you have to really dedicate yourself and discipline yourself to do what it takes to make it, as far as the hard rehearsals, the long rehearsals, and everything, all the hard work that you have to put into it in order to be successful at it.
Right.
Sweat. It ain't just because, everyone in the family is into this. We got into this ourselves, with the help of Cyril, of course. But it's something we got together and did.
Okay. So we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back with the Deaf Generation.
The cooker suckers might bite it. This is good stuff, no bluffs. All my rhymes sound tough. I keep on jamming and slamming until you can't get enough. DJ cutting on the tables like a cult cutting curves, scratching and mixing while irritating your nerves. You think that's all? Well, that's just half. You see, I'm letting you know that's how I used to be. That's how I used to be. And a place to be, Deaf Generation in effect with the dancers in the back. Peace to the homeboys.
Clinical depression is not just a case of the blues. It's feelings of hopelessness, guilt. It's difficulty making decisions, concentrating, remembering. It's changes in eating and sleeping patterns. It's loss of interest in everything. Millions of Americans who suffer from depression can be treated effectively. To learn more, write Depression, Rockville, Maryland, 20857.
My mother said I was too much trouble, so she threw me out. I wish I could go back home, if they'd take me. I just don't know what else to do.
Wherever you are, Covenant House can get you help. Call us on the 9 line. It's free. 1-800-999-9999.
Covenant House.
Joseph Hookfin is a member of the New Orleans business community. He is also a volunteer reserve police officer.
You can actually get out there and fight crime. I felt that it was a way that I could do something for the community. I get a sense of pride of being a reserve officer, and I feel like it's a privilege to be a part of the police department.
If you're interested in becoming a New Orleans volunteer reserve police officer, call 826-7514.
Children who are neglected can't think clearly. Children who are belittled can't concentrate. Children who are beaten can't study. Why can't Johnny read? Because children who are abused can't learn. In Louisiana, 1 in 4 children are abused each year. If you want to help, call Agenda for Children at 586-8509.
Hello, welcome back to our program, Positive Black Talk. We're sitting here with the Deaf Generation. So let's talk about the group. How many is in the group? How many of you are there?
We have 12 members.
12?
12.
Okay. So this is like almost half here.
Yeah, almost. One more than we have.
Okay. So all of you participate? The whole group?
Yeah, the group.
Okay.
Everybody in the group has something to do. Nobody stand up looking.
All right. What about you, Paul? What do you play instrument? Are you on vocals or what?
I play the trumpet and I dance.
The trumpet?
And I dance.
And you dance, you do what? The second lines and all that. You just Just do it.
Just do it. It's in it, you know.
Use actively.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
All right.
just Cheerios, you know.
Yeah. So how can we come and see y'all? Where can we go to see the Deaf Generation?
Right now, we're doing performances at Kilimanjaro, Louisiana Avenue.
Yeah.
Used to be the Nightcap. A lot of people thought it was the Nexus, but the Nexus was there at one time. But when you say the Nexus, everybody think of the Nexus on the Legend
on the lakefront. Yeah.
But this one is Uptown. And it's important to us because this is where the Meters and the Neville Brothers actually started working.
Okay.
And it's like a traditional thing. You know, my Uncle Cyril stated last night, oh man, it feel like I'm at home again, you know.
Right. The Neville's coming back up again. The recycle. Right.
You can say that.
The next generation. That'll work. So let's tell Orange what are your relation to the Neville Brothers? You are of course you're Aaron Neville, the son of. I would have never guessed that. Okay, and you Paul Neville. I mean, Paul Ferrand, right?
Cousin of the family. He's a cousin.
You cousin of the family.
I'm the son of Charmaine Neville.
The son of Charmaine.
Son of Charmaine.
Right. Okay.
I'm the son of Blaze Ford and also the son of Charmaine's Neville's also.
Okay. All right. So you have two parents. They only have one. Okay.
I'm Emmanuel Stipe, Cyril and Gaynell Neville's nephew.
Okay. All right, well, it's been fun, man. I'm glad you had the chance to come down. And whenever y'all back here, I want you to come on Positive Black Talk and tell all your partners and friends, check us out. All right?
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, the deafest generation. Unity. Peace. The Deaf Generation.
So,
all right. That's the show.
I'm a Mac Daddy, you gotta chill with me. But it's time to be a new individual, see, and understand the meaning of L-I-F-E. It's not just what you do or what you sell. Can't you realize you're heading straight for hell? Why walk the same trail? Make your own path and watch the dumb one fail. Inhale, get your thoughts together, take some time, and maybe you'll come across the thoughts up if you mind. Yeah, that's the thought, come on, think a little harder. Dogging these girls, don't forget you got a daughter. Life ain't nothing but what you make it, and it's so simple, you can plainly take it. Thinking you said, come on, let's go on a cruise. But when you got it all, think of what you can lose. I'm just sending a musical message. A new beginning. Drugs ain't the way to heal your pain. That's just a thought that enters your brain. Doing drugs makes you lame. It makes all your friends forget your name. No, you won't be the same. All this is rock stars on the prowl again. Next thing you know, you're hooked. And now you've turned into a crook. And now you're in jail, you see. I think that's where you need to be. To learn the way of survival. A new beginning or a new arrival. Why must violence be a part of our living? The brothers getting killed on a day of Thanksgiving. You know one thing that makes me mad? Dr. King fought for the right to help the black man. And here on his birthday, one gets stabbed and another blown away. Now that's a shame. Brothers today embarrass the man's name. It gets the highest respect from a brother like me. Cause I'ma tell you like this, I'm glad to be free. I thank thee forever for the freedom he gave. Even though I never was a slave. Don't even say it. I hate the word nigga. They just don't want blacks to get bigger in society. That's just how it is. The only way we can make it is in showbiz. We got the color and brains to outthink those who despise and want blacks to sink. Yeah, that's the way survival. A new beginning or a new arrival.
Growing up a girl isn't always easy. Girls today are faced with problems that are worse than ever before. Things like poverty, illiteracy, teen pregnancy, and drug abuse. Girl Scouting is an informal education program that addresses the special needs and installs values for these girls. As a child, I didn't have the opportunity to be a Girl Scout, but as an adult, I've joined as a volunteer. You too can join. You too can share your time and talents with these girls. You can influence these girls. Join the Girl Scouts today.
My girlfriend said you couldn't get pregnant the first time.
He told me not to worry about it.
I told myself if I wouldn't think about it. She was wrong.
He didn't.
Now I think about it a lot. Get the facts about avoiding unintended pregnancies from America's family doctors, obstetricians, and gynecologists. Call 1-800-INTENSE for your free copy. 1-800-INTENSE.
Here in New Orleans and our entrepreneurs. So that's what we'll be doing today. We're going to focus our attention
Maybe someone's trying to tell you something.
Kareem, we'll never see eye to eye on anything.
Don't be so short-sighted. We can both see that space research benefits everyone.
Oh, like the scratch-proof lens developed for the Apollo space camera?
That same technology led to scratch-proof eyeglasses, sunglasses.
And even goggles.
You wouldn't need those if your horse was always in front.
That's a tall order.
What we're learning up there
is helping us all down here.
Space technology.
This is what's in it for you.
This company needs quick decisions. So does yours. This company needs leaders. So does yours. This company needs well-trained people. So does yours. So when this company needs to borrow people from your company,
come on, man, move it on. Let's go, let's go.
Remember, they'll always come back better than they were before.
Hey, Bill, could we get your approval on this?
Be a hero. Give your employees the freedom to protect ours.
I'm a Mac Daddy, you rather chill with me, but it's time to be a new individual, see, and understand the meaning of L-I-F-E. It's not just what you do or what you sell. Can't you realize you're heading straight for hell? Why walk the same trail?
Thank you. Welcome back to the program, Positive Black Talk. I want to thank the group that just left out, the deaf generation, and they were indeed deaf, weren't they? I want to take this opportunity because a lot of people have been asking about the shirt, the Positive Black Talk t-shirt, and I want to show you that you can have one also. That's right. Just pick up the telephone and you call 821-4427. That's right, and just say, hey, I want one of those shirts. And the interesting thing about them, it says Positive Black Talk, and it has all the black universities and colleges and all those other good things. So you can just pick up the phone and dial 821-4427 and say, hey, I want one of those shirts. I want to take this opportunity to thank the crew. That's right, the crew. Not that this is the last show, but it's just that the people behind the camera are just important as, well, they're almost important in front of the camera, but they also need a round of applause. I want to call out the names. We got Willie Harton, we got Ephraim Hill, we got Robert Cameron, and in the master control room, we got Henry Holden. So they also make up the program, but you just don't get a chance to see them. The sponsors for our show, we have the African American Magazine, we have Reliable Roofing Incorporated, and South Central Roofing Supply. And recently, just recently, we picked up a new sponsor. Yes, we have. WDUB, Dillard University Broadcasting Station, and they broadcast on Channel 42 also. So I want you to take a look at them and also stay in tune with us, Positive Black Talk. We're on Friday nights at 10 o'clock. I know a lot of you saying, man, Friday nights I go out and party and stuff. So if you're going out this Friday night, just be home for 10 o'clock. I'm sure your parents agree with that. But if you can't catch us, you can just catch us Saturdays at 7 p.m. right here on Channel 42. So it's time to say bye, 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 bye. My name is Earl Maggot from Positive Black Talk. See ya.
Go.
Hi, we're back with model LaTanya Mitchell. So, in addition to your modeling and going to school, did you have any other type of education?
Yes, I graduated from Stevenson's Academy of Hair Design, along with the modeling school. I also graduated from Southern University. I have an associate's degree in psychology, which I'm furthering my education in psychology now. I'm tying it in with chemical dependency. And I also go to schools, high schools, junior high schools, and talk to the young ladies to let them know that modeling and acting and dancing, that's fine, but get an education. Right. Because without an education, you can't, once someone interviews you, they're going to look for more than just a face, because it's 1,000 pretty faces out here, but you have to have a matching brain to go with the face.
You have to have that education.
Oh, yeah.
That's really the key.
It is.
Right. So we're about to end it now. Okay?
Whenever you're ready, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right. It's good to have more than one goal in life. Like you say, you do more than one thing instead of relying totally on modeling. And that's something I think more of us should do. We should have a plan B. Some people say that a plan B is something where if you fail, you can go to that. But really, you need something to do until your career blossom or bloom.
Right.
So what's next for you? What's in the future?
I plan on doing a movie. I can't say with who, I'm sorry. But I plan on doing a movie, and from that, you never know. I want to finish school and maybe open my own agency for women in New Orleans. I say women because